dogs here.
We love dogs. In fact, we may ponder what they are doing. But there are no dogs currently. We have an MDVA showdown. Frostelus versus BagMan. Big Stall himself.
Yeah, so Kragg and Zetterburn, these are two characters you're very familiar with from all kinds of angles. So, what kind of insight do you have on this matchup?
I've happened to fight a Zetter who is very specialized in this matchup because Real Man's training partner is ZB. So Real Man knows all the little things Zetter can do, but namely, just kind of like Kragg's MO, keep them at that mid-range, but if you do get in, drag them across the stage and throw them off stage to abuse that Zetter recovery. But if Zetter gets in, you have to be careful, because that is going to be like a solid 40% at minimum you are eating.
Right. Ooh. The fireball bayonet hitbox breaking the rock right there is kind of funny.
That's a good way to call it. Trying to crouch cancel the spikes, but gets hit by that last one, and that 12% means it is out of the crouch cancel window. You see BagMan trying to go for it, like these shines, and the fair does manage to connect, but fortunately not able to secure the edge guard, and Frostelus does make it back on stage.
Ooh. And Strong not quite connecting there. Both of them sending at very high percents.
Yeah.
But
Here's
Strong
that,
from either side is going to just kind of explode.
Oh my goodness, trying to go for these edge guards, but BagMan with the text unfortunately runs into the down strong. Just ate too much percent. Frostelus is doing a pretty good job throwing BagMan off stage yet again, playing to that Kragg's strength. BagMan just trying to get a kill here, but it does manage to get it with the up strong.
Yeah, one thing I've noticed from watching BagMan before is I think he tends to get very antsy when it comes to like getting kills. And as Zetterburn, you have a lot of pop. Oh god.
Ooh.
That completely took me out of it for a second. I was like, where the hell would he go?
That was like a hard DI out, but thankfully managed to like catch himself with the drift.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but we get a parry. Not really much of a punish from it.
Yeah, I like the idea there with the Shine Fair just doing it a little bit too late, and that's kind of been... could potentially become a recurring issue here for BagMan, especially against a heavy like Kragg, where those kill confirms just become extra important.
Yeah. One thing I think BagMan should maybe start doing, it's something I see Railman do a lot, challenging Kragg when he's on pillar. Or I know it's like, you know, you hit Kragg, he automatically techs and gets a reversal, but if you if you drop down and hit Kragg with like a down strong, sort of similar to right there, he doesn't necessarily have the opportunity to tech then. I might be talking
that
completely out of...
very risky, but I can see it being like a kind of high risk, high reward option on occasion.
I mean, that's kind of Zetter's whole MO. Unfortunately, BagMan not DIing that up strong in time and just eats it at 100.
Yeah, that's going to be a solid first game here from Frostelus. I'm actually the only player in this main bracket that wasn't seeded for main bracket. So
someone must be playing pretty hot today then.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute since he entered, so honestly, not too... it was very, very close between him and the other person that was seeded for it, but was able to get by just taking a few extra games on some people.
Get the Tempest Peak counter pick. But I don't think BagMan was taking advantage of platforms enough to do this, because this is also like a really good Kragg stage. And oh my goodness, this tech chase is phenomenal right now.
Yeah, I feel like I wasn't noticing too much of how the edge guarding went from Frostelus, because that's kind of my thought with this stage a lot of the time. As a Clarion player, like I like the stage for the extra recovery and the extra movement. And Zetter is going to be able to take advantage of both of those things, but it really depends on how much you like need it.
I mean, one thing I kind of noticed with both players who are playing it, kind of say, ooh, nice down strong, gonna not let Kragg be able to tech off that rock. but like BagMan was kind of recovering at a way that Frostelus was able to catch with those strongs. But the down strong gonna let BagMan take the first stock in this game.
Dang.
Immediate reversal. But like, yeah, both players were kind of playing it pretty safe when it comes to the edge guards. We're gonna see some nice hip hop first. I'm gonna drop down, not get it, unfortunately.
Yeah, really good idea from Frostelus, just barely not working out in the execution department.
That was gutsy.
Also useful.
Well, yeah, you kind of see it. Like BagMan's just kind of like playing back. Like I know that platform isn't necessarily the offstage range, but he's not really like challenging BagMan. Frostelus, when he is offstage, but the forward air is gonna get it.
Yeah.
So maybe I should just shut up.
It did ultimately work. One thing I noticed there from BagMan that I'd maybe say to be a little careful about is BagMan was just kind of pressing buttons really hard. Kragg is definitely a character where I think being a little more conservative with your button presses and just like threatening them is a lot better, because if he's gonna side B like Frostelus has been doing a lot of to get back on stage, you want to be able to time your button presses to space that out.
Yeah.
And you can't really do that if you're just like mashing on the C stick to get your aerials out instantly.
I feel like Zetter is kind of one of the characters, though, at least from my personal experience, I can kind of get away with just kind of pressing whatever they want, but right now these forward airs are proving clutch.
Well, okay, you do have Zetterburn beta to work with, so I guess there's some degree of that there. So on the flip
It's
side,
a bit character specific, but also you don't want to be too willy-nilly, because if your opponent gets a read on your button pressing, they can just parry you.
yeah. Ooh.
Or can just read your habits. Well, we're gonna see fit now. It's not gonna connect, and Upstrong is gonna kill at 160 plus. It's bringing us to the best of 3 zone.
That being said, Frostelus is going to be able to get full-on stage advantage here with this Game 3. Especially if he's able to win it, but right now we do have Abyss as the Game 3 pick. And gotta say, I'm not a huge fan of that for Zetter. I think this is a great counter pick from Frostelus, to word it a little more normally. Because, yeah, this is going to be really tough for BagMan to recover on, as long as Frostelus is able to keep a cool head with the edge guards.
Yeah. Nice call out on that jump with the Nair there. These two are just kind of slugging back and forth to start off this Game 3 here. Seeing Frostelus starting to go for some of these edge guards. Ooh, risky pillar position, but he does manage to make it back on stage.
Good fair right there. Frostelus already having to go to that pillar.
Yeah, but it's like BagMan just letting him get back for free. But it doesn't really matter if you're able to kill him when he is back off stage, but still.
Ooh.
Ooh, great read!
Okay, well, already an even game. This is, they're swinging a lot harder than I expected. Though I really should have just expected them to swing this hard to begin with.
I mean, based on how many buttons we've been seeing pressed in this set, it fully makes sense that you just want on a pitch that's purely neutral, just let it rip. I think I'm gonna go for Frostelus. Gonna go for the high recovery there. Nice call out with the up strong.
Yeah, could have been a little scary if that traded, but the upstrong did come out in time to just purely beat out the down B.
Frostelus is doing a great job just kind of conditioning BagMan, and the rock is on deck now. We're going to give him such a hand in neutral, and it's going to let him secure that second stock, but the forward air comes out. However, when you have resources, you can make it back from seemingly the pits of hell.
Speaking of the pits of hell, it is red now.
If only we were blue, it would be a special attack. Oh, I'm going to parry the shine there. Kind of getting a read on BagMan's offense. And if Frostelus doing a good job of holding the center stage. But he's not doing much about these fireballs. Oh, I respect the idea, but just that knockback from the F-tilt didn't let him get it.
Yeah, good on BagMan to just kind of run away. Honestly, jumping over it probably would have been a little smarter, but still being patient enough to just run in and get hit by it. Ooh, speaking of...
The moonwalk! Into the F-strong. I don't think Frostelus was ready for that. That's why he died there, because that killing at like 100 on Kragg is not common in the slightest, unless that you are dragging your opponent straight into the blast zone.
Yeah. But I have to imagine BagMan pretty happy to clutch that one out. Now, kind of flipping the tables a little bit, being 2-1 in this set.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Frostelus is going to run it right back to Abyss, which, again, I think this is a good counter pick. So, definitely not opposed to seeing a try number 2 here.
Oh, we're going to see some fairs. Drop down, get it! A quick 15-second stock to start off this game 4. That's going to be so advantageous for Frostelus.
Yeah, that is exactly what Frostelus is going to want to be seeing right now.
But right now, Frostelus is just so in BagMan's head. Extra credit keeps on climbing. It's going to secure that second stock with the Gatling. It's going to throw Frostelus into the corner. Gets the parry on the spikes. You can't just let those rip willy-nilly.
Yeah, really good parry from BagMan, and another one too.
Oh, tries to go for the Iron Fair, but also adapting his roll habits, because Frostelus had a pretty good read on those in the last game. But at least for that time, managing to mix it up to avoid the death. This game is already back to even. Beautiful weight.
Oh my god, and the roller read on top of it. I feel like on the one hand, it is very fun to watch a set where people are just kind of slugging it out. My main advice, especially to BagMan, but also definitely to Frostelus to an extent, I feel like I've seen a little more patience from Frostelus at least. But I think, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Intentional patience from both these players would be really beneficial.
We are seeing, like, some fadebacks on occasion, but not, like, too much. Tries to get the roll read again. I respect it, but it's not gonna always work. Oh. It's gonna be a parry now. BagMan is in a precarious position. That might be it.
Ooh, wait. I don't know if he can make it back from that.
Yeah, no, he can't. That is going to be bringing us to a game 5.
That edge guard worked out very nicely for Frostelus, but we are going to have a counter pick from BagMan here, and it will be Chapel Pond, which I think is a great counter pick right now.
Yeah. Fire characters love this stage. Those overhanging plats give you great recovery opportunities, but then also just the fact that they are at the height that they are gives you great plat boosting opportunities. It's just a good opportunity, but Kragg also on triplats is just good. There's ladder opportunities, but also just the ability to force your opponent on a platform limits their options pretty great. And since Kragg just kind of has those big buttons, he can cover platform options pretty well, from my experience.
Yeah, definitely a good stage for both characters, but I think what it comes down to is that's going to patch up Zetter's weaknesses more than it'll patch up Kragg's. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness! Oh. That's gonna kill!
Okay, wait, that setup was kind of genius, actually.
That was a like good use of the rock to block the pity flip.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that happen to Zetter like that.
Normally, Zetters, like, if you're trying to stuff out Zetter with the rock, you just see them go for an upbeat to break it. But blocking the pity flip put BagMan in a really unfortunate position. And he just wasn't able to react in time to dodge the up tilt into up air off the pillar top.
Good pair there on the fireball. Those retreating pairs can be a little awkward sometimes.
Oh, good jab check.
Okay, Frostelus kind of looking really good right now.
Yeah, but BagMan is still like doing a pretty good job. Just kind of like letting things move forward. There is gonna put BagMan in a bad position.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was a fair. That would have been so good.
I don't know if there would have hit there though.
Maybe not.
It would have been. It could have hit, but it would have had to hit pretty far into Kragg.
Gotcha.
Oh, we're sharking now, and down smash gonna come out.
Yeah, that was one hell of a Hail Mary from Frostelus, and it does not pay off. Kind of domino effects into jumping in the last stock of the set here.
Time it is gonna connect, and the fish is out. You just kind of see these situations where they just kind of both run up to each other expecting a parry, I guess. Frostelus' reaction time is just a little bit better. Nice parry on the side special. Fortunately, he only gets a shine off it. Forcing him off stage, burn his resources.
Okay, Frostelus being pushed in the corner. Reads
the air dodge down and gets the up strong off it. BagMan clutching out that game 5. Very back and forth set. These players are from the same part of their region, so they probably play each other semi-frequently. I don't know how big the Sova locals are necessarily.
Yeah, that was a very fun set. I think on both players. More so, BagMan could definitely benefit from a bit of patience in terms of like the edge guards and everything. Frostelus couldn't quite pin down what exactly kind of spiraled out of his control there, but I think there's just these moments of like panic where you see the other player start doing really well, and that kind of inversely causes you to play a little bit worse because you like get nervous or whatever.
It was kind of namely with Frostelus like trying to go for these like pretty all or nothing roll reads. Means they were working out a lot earlier in the set, but BagMan was able to adapt and still going for them.